So we've got a snow squall warning continuing on the western shores of Newfoundland. Same thing for the Burin, southern areas of the Avalon. We've got snow squall warnings as well for Cape Breton. So it's cold, it's windy, and again, you've got these whiteout conditions on top of all of that. Now, these storm totals are from Sunday night into Tuesday. And again, areas like the Burin and parts of the Avalon could see 30 plus centimeters of snow. So cold, snow, wind. Yeah, this will be the first major storm of the season for all of eastern Canada, really, but the Maritimes and Newfoundland getting hit particularly hard with this system. So there's our Gent's long-range forecast. Temperatures will be cold for the next couple of days and then warming as we get into next week. Let's go to Halifax now. Now, most areas are going to see big snow, but some of those totals may be a little lower along the southern shores of Nova Scotia, and not because you're getting mist, but because of temperatures just hovering around that freezing mark. You could see some ice pellets or some freezing rain mixed in with the snow, but we're still looking at approximately 20 centimeters of snow for Halifax. So here's the system on its way through the overnight into the early morning hours, crossing the lower Great Lakes, moving into Ottawa, Montreal Saturday night, and Sunday it will be your storm in the Maritimes, and eventually Sunday night into Monday, you in Newfoundland will be hit with this. Parts of southern Ontario will get some fairly significant snow. Southern areas of New Brunswick, 30 plus, 20 to 30 across much of Nova Scotia. So the farther north you go with this storm, the less snow you're going to see. 10 to 20 centimeters seems to pale in comparison to parts of southern New Brunswick. And minus 13 for a daytime high in Halifax on Saturday. Way colder than average. Yeah, that's the problem when temperatures get this cold. Salt doesn't do a whole lot. I would say just stay off the roads if you can, especially Saturday evening. So there's our winter storm warning. We do have winter storm watches for eastern Ontario, but the warning here is because of the lake-enhanced snow. So we're going to see as much as 25 centimeters in places like Burlington, Hamilton, Oakville. Plus, it's going to be cold and windy. Blowing snow is expected, so very low visibility. The QEW will not be a safe place to travel on Saturday, especially in the evening hours. So the system moves in through the overnight. By Saturday, widespread snow with this. If you have to get out, do it early in the day. And again, as mentioned, the snow will be moving into places like Ottawa and Montreal late Saturday into Sunday. Still going to be cold. More lake effect snow happening Sunday afternoon. We've had lake effect snow off of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay all week long. Massive totals in those areas. But this time for southern Ontario, this will be your first shot of real snow. We're in Storm Watch here at the Weather Network. The first significant storm of the season is moving towards the lower Great Lakes through the overnight. Saturday, it'll be dicey, snow coming down. Some areas could see as much as 25 centimeters of snow. And these are the areas we're thinking about under the winter storm warning as issued by Environment Canada. So along the western shores of Lake Ontario, and there's good reason for this. This system is going to be generating an easterly wind. And an easterly wind off of Lake Ontario means that on the other side of it, lake-enhanced snow or snow squalls, and that's on top of the actual system. So the system moves in through the overnight. It really starts to get ramped up through the afternoon, and by the evening, you do not want to be traveling on the 401 series, the QEW especially. It's just one of those evenings and nights you're going to want to stay indoors in southern Ontario. Let's go to Whitby, but you'll know it by Saturday, the difference. So we do have 15 to 20 centimeters across much of the Golden Horseshoe, but again, the 20 plus centimeters in those areas like Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, even down around Fort Erie, you could see as much as 25 centimeters of snow. This eventually moving into Ottawa through the overnight Saturday, and same thing for Montreal. So that's when things will deteriorate for you. In the meantime, all of this is pushing eastward into Atlantic Canada. If you have to travel in stormy weather like that, make sure you've got a charged cell phone as well as plenty of windshield washer fluid. You don't want to run out of that, especially with the salt that will be coating the roads in many areas. So through the overnight hours, the low approaches. The center of the low will be south of the lakes, and that's why we're getting the easterly flow off of Lake Ontario, eventually through Quebec Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then through the day on Sunday across the Maritimes and eventually Newfoundland as well. Now, this is going to have a lot of moisture associated with it in Atlantic Canada. So 30 plus centimeters, that's what we're looking at right now for southern areas of New Brunswick. and Halifax could see between 20 and 30 centimeters. I'm thinking Halifax closer to the 20, even 15 possibly. Of course, with the strong winds, it'll be whipping this snow around, so that's going to be problematic. So there's the snow squall warnings that continue across western Newfoundland, the Burin, where Burin Bay Arm is, southern areas of the Avalon. Cape Breton continues to see the snow squall warnings as well. It's going to be a very, very cold night across Atlantic Canada, and big snow coming Sunday night through Tuesday to Newfoundland. Stay tuned.